Hi, Aurelie. How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, I'm really good. Really happy to be there with all the Jits magazine team.
Thank you. Thank you. And obviously, you've got a really big match coming up now against Raquel Canuto. But before we talk about that, I wanted to ask a little bit about your background because you've sort of come into Jiu-Jitsu quite late in your life, really. So
Mhm.
can you tell me a little bit about how you sort of discovered the sport in your kind of mid-20s?
No, I begin like in 2017. Yeah, so now it's almost 10 years. So now it's a long time. But when I begin, yeah, I was already 26. So I begin late, like a white belt, like everybody. And I use my transition moving from France to French Guyana to work like for the government, like as a teacher, a sport teacher. I was there like looking to practice martial art. And I began to judo the first year, like 2016, almost 1 year, like take my blue belt in judo. And after that, I already begin jujitsu because I run school. Like my coach was on the same place where I was training judo. And so, yeah, 2017 was the beginning of all my career. And I just was following the path of Tyron because he was already an athlete, a professional athlete. So he already was deep in the world, of Jiu-Jitsu. So I just begin to compete as a white belt. I remember I won 4 tournaments, I think, on my first year of Jiu-Jitsu. I was really um, empowering by the practice, and I was just like discovering a new passion. And after that, blue belt, I begin to compete the biggest tournament, like the Grand Slam IBJJF path. So I begin like becoming European champion in 2019. And I won in my blue belt. I won all the bigger things like European, Pan Am. I didn't do the Brazilian national this year, but world. I won the three big title in blue. In purple, I won. It was the COVID, so we was not going to European, and I competed a little bit in Brazil, like a lot of opens, and I won. In purple, I won Pan Am and the world also. Uh, and yeah, after that, brown belt. I mean, like, I just try to remember the biggest things, but I competed a lot. And brown belt, I won also European. I won Pan Am in a double gold, like I won division and open class in brown. And I won world also in brown. So I won world in all my colored belts. And after that, I after winning my brown belt title at no, I mean, yeah, I took my black belt in the podium of European, if I remember good. And I compete. I won in black European, but in black I just did that. And the first year of my black belt, I compete world also, but I took a third place. It was 2023, and in 24, it's the year I was beginning to train more nogi and focusing in nogi. So 2024, I won the European in gi, but right after that win, I compete at trials for ADCC, and I won the trials where I was qualified for the biggest stage, the world. And so I competed at ADCC as a veteran. I lost my first match, but I was there, yeah, well prepared. After that, and we near to finish. So I compete ADCC, so I lost my first match, and I go back to France to visit my mom in October, and I use this month to go to Italia, that where the European Nogi was, and I won double gold in this tournament in black, like European Nogi. And after, just right after, in November 2024, I was invited by ADXC event to compete against Ana Carolina Vieira. And I won this match, and she just won the division at ADCC, so she was the number one athlete to beat, and I did that. I remember this match, it was like one of the best of my career for now. It was in here where I'm training now, Rio de Janeiro, in Brazil. So I love it here. It was really amazing, this match. And after that, I was fighting. Oh, in 2024, I already fought my first UFC. It was Fight Pass at this time, but it was also against Elena Krivor that I took at ADCC, and I lost for her 2 times. So, and after that, I was in contact more with UFC after my one at ADXC, and my manager Bruno Bastos managed to put me on the fight against Maggie Grindaci this summer, and I took the win like by submission. It was really, really, really fun match. Like I managed to well perform with the submission in the first round. And after this fight, we are now, and I contract for something historic, because we're going to fight against Raquel this December 11, Las Vegas time. And it's for the belt. So it's the first time of the history that ADCC put the belt in the game. And I'm really proud to be able to defend this title for the first time as French grappler and Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. So yeah, that's it.
Well, you kind of laid it out there that your journey through the color belts has been crazy. You know, you've been getting better and better and better every single year, right up until hitting the highest level, you know? And can I ask, what do you think has helped you sort of come into the sport later in your life, but still excel at the highest level straight away?
I think that before practicing Jiu-Jitsu, I already was practicing a lot of sports. Like every single day, I already was sweating and playing activities like adrenaline one, like climbing, like downhill mountain biking, a lot of things. And but I was really doing a lot of things, and I was already good, like this level in a lot of sports. And I think Jiu-Jitsu gave me the chance and the power of focusing in one thing. And so because I was already someone, I can say I was already really disciplined and loving taking care of my body, of my diet, of learning new skills. And I'm really someone really active. So it's also a negative point, about don't knowing how to rest. But now it's better. But I think my personality was a strong point to give me the belief that I was able to achieve some big results. And I think the people who told me that for the first time was Tyrone. And when I told him like, oh, I just want to compete and see where far I can go, and he said just okay, let's go. And also the first year where I was winning all my blue belt events like European, Pan, and Worlds. At World Championship, I was already sixth blade. So before sixth blade, it was Ribeiro team because Shanji and Saulo was together leading the school. And since Saulo said me like, hey, if this girl learn more and just listen everything that the teacher gonna told her, nobody gonna want her, and later she gonna be really really tough. And I remember this word like in my head was, oh my goodness, if Saulo said me that, it's because he see my potential. And I think it was something really special for me to hear that about someone like him, like Shanj, like Taron. I think my team, people around me, make me feel comfortable in my dream about achieving big things. And I put around me amazing people, and just by being in this group of people help me to grow, make me grow. And
Nice, nice. And obviously, like you sort of mentioned, you started out with judo initially, and in France, obviously where you grew up, judo is pretty much the biggest sport there. Was there any reason you never sort of fell into judo back home before you moved to French Guiana?
you know what? I tried like several times, like 3 times, I think, like near the time where I discovered that I had to move somewhere because it was not sure that was in French Guiana first. But I know that I had to move from Marseille, where I grew up. And I began to try like 3 schools of judo. And each time I was injured by someone like a black belt in judo, like throw up on the ground. Like I had a shoulder torn, and had a cervical torn. And I was thinking like, oh my God, judo don't like me, or something like that. But now the lesson, I think, for me was that I was already strong, like physically, and I've always this mind of competition. And I think that guy who was making my first class judo was thinking that, oh, this girl want to know everything now, or I don't know. And with the ego, I was thrown like in the ground, like really hard. And I was injured 2 times, and I tried already 3 classes in France before moving. So yeah.
And then when you talk about that ego, like when you first come into the sport and you want to do well and you want to compete, how did you sort of manage that then when you first came into jiu-jitsu?
Oh man, this is a big story. I think that this part of my faster growing also. So I'm a woman, and when I begin like already as a white belt, like about 6 months of jiu-jitsu, in jiu-jitsu, it's really cultural that you come into the gym, and if you're a strong white belt with an energy to put everybody to try to win, people like graduate people want to slow you down like by beating you. And that's the whole story of my jiu-jitsu. I I was really beaten by all the colored belt around me, already in my white belt, and also against the men, because it's just today I managed to make growing the women practice in my gym. But at the beginning, I think I was training with like one girl like me and one other girl. And yeah, ego, it's really, it's a part of a game still today. I think it's never gonna go away because we practice like fighting and Jiu-Jitsu. It's one of the martial arts, one of the more aggressive and contacting people. Like it's a really grappling things. Like we're really near one of the other, and doesn't matter if you're near a woman or a man. When we fight, we feel the other. And so my energy, it's really, I think my energy don't help me because I'm strong. And when a man feel like, oh my God, she's a woman and she's like strong, she want to make me tap. So I don't want that because I'm a man, so I cannot tap for a woman. And that's the whole story of my jiu-jitsu. And but these things make me feel like stronger because I was sometimes it was really scared to train like that because I already injured me a lot against the men that doesn't want to tap or make me back tape, but doesn't matter the way, like with a lot of strength and a lot of crazy movements. But I think that it's helped me to be like stronger. And also I think Tyrone was the main character in this story about a man, woman, and ego, because I was talking to him every single day about, hey, but we're gonna go to this gym. I scared because I know that people want to make me to hurt me. So I think it's really the thing that sometimes I was visiting school and people just wanted to test themselves against me, like big men, small men, everybody. And Tyron just said me, but you know a lot of things now, so just apply the techniques, and you're gonna be able to avoid the injuries or the ego. And I was just really trusting him, and I think this make the difference because I was with someone in where I was trusting. And when you trust someone that says you things like for you make you grow, it's one of the best things of the world. Like when your student just manage to listen and applies, just, oh, I'm scared, but yeah, but do that. And okay, so I do that. And they're scared, like, oh, okay, I manage. And the confidence grow. And yeah, I think that's the story.
Nice. And obviously, like you said, in French Guiana, the sport isn't as big as it is in most other places in the world. So did you find it difficult when you were like a colored belt, having to sort of train primarily with men, but obviously competing against women in the end? Did you find that difficult at all?
I think that, I mean, the first time I compete, like for European, for example, at blue belt, I remember a thing that I told me this day, and I was thinking about, oh my God, like woman, it's really flexible. I didn't manage to do the same thing I do at training because of the body. It's really different body. And for the first time, I was thinking about, hey, maybe don't train with women gonna make me weaker because I cannot train the same things I'm gonna do at competition. And but you know what, at a one level it's okay because Yeah, if you have the chance to train with women today, it's really important because the jiu-jitsu level, it's growing more and more. Like, you know, the young generation, it's really crazy. But I think already in my years, it was not so crazy like today, and it's make me perform like that, like training with guys and performing with women. But today, no, in black belt, I have to move. You know, here, for example, I was training with Carol Brunacci and also Julia Boscher. So feeling women make me like, oh, nice. I felt a right body now. I come back to the good feelings because there is no way, there is not the same game, there is not the same body. So yeah, I think it's really important to train today with the same sex as you. But yeah, for my color red belt, you know, when I remembered about that, it's really crazy because, for example, for the COVID time, all the gym was closed and we was still in the government gym. We didn't have our own dojo. And I remember that to win the world in purple, I was training in a garden, friend, like putting mats on the grass. And every single day, like for months, we did that. Like at 12, we put the mats, we train, we get out of the mat. After at night, even if it was raining, if it was wind, if a lot of bad weather, we was there and training. And I think when we want really someone, you know, at the really deep of your heart, doesn't matter where and with who we're gonna train. I think when you put all your energy and you have someone that gives you the good direction, I think you can manage to do a lot of great things.
And then I think that's kind of relevant to your training camp for Raquel Canuto as well, because I know you've moved from French Guiana down to Rio now to train at Pyramid Grappling, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
that's the Marco school. Yeah,
so
Carrots.
what was the motivation for doing that? Why did you sort of change just for this match?
Oh, like I said, I think like for big stage like that, today I cannot stay in French Guiana because I have some training partners there, like men training partner. That's really amazing and helped me a lot. But they have a war; they are not professional athletes, and already also when I stay there in French Guiana, I have a lot of work. Like, you know, we are owner of our own gym, and I work a lot. I do a lot of teaching time for my kids session, and getting out of all this environment make me come back to the athlete life like 100%. And so I'm able to focus just on me. And to win this kind of event, you have to focus just on you. Doesn't matter what it's around. You have to train, just study and have a good recovery, have a good sleep, have a good diet. And yeah, it's for that all of that I move, and also to learn. I was choosing like Pyramid also because they have a really good wrestling there. There is teachers that have a really good level at wrestling, and I think the fight gonna be standing a lot. I don't see her like pulling guard for me. And yeah, also normally I also do my camp with Melky Galvão team in Jundiaí, São Paulo. But you know, this time Melky have a lot of things to do, and he just was not there at the school. And I think like, oh my God, if he is not here to lead, I know that the vibe don't gonna be the same. And yeah, I choose Rio for really being leading by everybody there prepare a world championship because it's going to be the same week. So everybody is in the vibe of competition. The leader are there, and yeah, I took some private class with the wrestler teacher to make my wrestling the best for the day.
And then with the wrestling side of it, then obviously the UFC BJJ match is going to be in that bowl with the angled walls. Have you been doing anything to prepare for your wrestling exchanges against that wall?
I think I don't got you. Can you repeat it with other word?
That's okay. The UFC BJJ match is obviously in the pit, that bowl.
Ah, yeah, yeah. It's I think that it's not really important. I already fight like 2 times in that bowl, and the better things in that bowl, if it's you cannot go away, and the judges don't gonna stop the movement and put back on the middle, you know. So that's for me, it's a really helped. I think that helped my game a lot because I have a pressure game. So to put pressure on someone, there is no wall all the time. Action finish out of the mat, and this kind of ball, I think helped my game a lot. So, and
So
also it's not just a wall like with an angle. It's like really a curve. So you just slide onto the middle. You cannot walk on the part of the wall because it's really sliding. So yeah, I think it's not doesn't matter a lot, and I think also I have a really strange uh, adaptation body. So I think that in the more speed and speed moment of the fight, like there is a lot of action, I'm gonna be able to end on the good spot, like better than my opponent.
so with the match with Raquel, then is that the general plan to basically pressure her and then get the takedown against the bowl itself and then work from there?
Uh, the strategy gonna be to try to put her down, yeah, for sure. But no, no problem with the way I'm gonna put her down. If the wall help me, okay, but it's not part of the strategy. And she's strong also. Like I think it's gonna be a tough match because we're gonna stay stand. But I don't see her like even she put me down. I think I have a better guard and a better attacks from bottom also. So yeah, I think my jiu-jitsu today it's really technical. And I think I really think that I have a higher level jiu-jitsu techniques. Maybe not like a big difference, but I mean every time I said myself that it was true on the day. So hope it's a good feeling.
Nice, nice. And then when you look to the future, obviously next year now, are you planning to do ADCC trials again?
Man, it's gonna depend of the result of this fight because I don't want to talk about that, but I already signed another contract with UFC. So if I won, I'm not gonna be able to compete other kind of tournament. And yeah, of course, if I lose, I'm gonna make my possible to do trials. But I hope I'm gonna win the belt. So I don't think a lot of losing.
Yeah, of course, of course. Can I ask then, was that a difficult choice, fighting for the title, but then if you win, not being able to do
Mm.
ADCC? Was that tough?
Yeah. I was, there is two things. One side, it's like something difficult because I was, oh my God, I don't gonna be able to compete on that. But on the other side, I'm someone that's never lost an opportunity. And I did a lot of tournament, like at the point of getting like mad, you know? So also having this kind of contract, it's a good thing to focus on something and be healthier, like have a better time to rest, because jiu-jitsu athlete life, it's really hard. I already have a lot of injuries time and a short period time to recover, and it's not really healthy. And also the last point, it's like a business part, because UFC paid me a lot more than other tournaments. And yeah, I'm not so young to like continue doing things crazy. I have to think a little bit more about putting food on my table, you know?
Yeah, of
So
course.
I think that yeah, it's a good thing to help me focus. And yeah.
Nice. I mean, that makes sense as well. The financial side of it, you've got to like you said, put food on the table and look after your career. And when you think about winning the title, then is there anyone next year that you might want to face at UFC BJJ next?
I think so. We're gonna see what my manager, all my team. You know, it's a teamwork. So every time I have this kind of question, I think about, oh, what's gonna Tyron gonna say to me? Oh, what's gonna Bruno gonna say to me? Oh, what's Shanji gonna think about that? Because you know, there is no opportunity that's missing. I already also want maybe to move, maybe a little bit more to Brazil or to USA to continue building some business. And I don't really know. I really focus on my training camp for now. The fight is going to be in less than 20 days now. So maybe after the match, we can do another interview to talk about that.
No worries. That makes sense. That makes sense. You want to focus on one person at a time, don't you?
Yeah, because already my mind want to focus on really on a lot of things, and yeah, I'm learning to focus on one after one.
Nice. Well, that's pretty much all we've got time for at the moment. So, before I let you go, is there anything that you want to say or any sponsors you want to mention or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I already talked about some names, but I think one more time, it's good to remember that it's a teamwork, and I have the chance to have to have building an amazing team. My nutritionist, it's Faena Institute Anabolis. I wanna thanks her, because she not finished to work because my weight is not going down a lot. But yeah, and also my psychologist Mariela, she is doing an amazing job with me. I'm really better now. And also Tyron, my coach and husband, for making for doing his best to be on my side, and it's not really easy. And Bruno Bastos, who helped me to put my name on the biggest stage. Thank you, Bruno. Appreciate a lot. You're part of my journey for sure. And Shanj, my sensei, thank you very much for being able to join me there, because you're going to be on my corner. And yeah, all my team, I represent Six Blade Jiu-Jitsu from just first beginning, and I'm never going to change for nothing. Thank you also Pyramid Grappling to help me train here in Rio de Janeiro, and all the people around me that make my journey better.
Nice, nice. Well, thanks very much for taking the time to speak to me, Aurelie, and I wish you the best of luck now at UFC BJJ
Yeah,
4.
thank you very much for the opportunity. Jits Magazine is really cool also. I'm really happy to be there. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you very much. Take care.